Hello guys, good morning and welcome back to another reading vlog. The TikTok girlies told me this hairstyle would look cute, but they lied to me. It is not for people with like shorter pieces at the front. I have no clue what this vlog is going to be. I just have the urge to vlog. I'm doing a 24-hour reading challenge tomorrow, so this vlog will be today and then kind of barely cover tomorrow and then be back again for Friday essentially, because I just had the weird urge to vlog and I didn't really think this through. Today is going to be a day of massive pre-filming. I am going out this weekend because the idea of actually going out on a weekend is amazing. Next week I'm going to Sheffield to spend it with my boyfriend, and then we're going to come back a week later because we're then going to Ireland, and then my time off is done. So today, essentially the only day that I have to film videos for the entire month. It's a bad idea, but ideally I would like to get Writers and Lovers by Lily King read. This seems like a fairly short book and I need a book that I can read in one day because I'm doing this 24-hour challenge tomorrow and I don't really want to just put this book down, read 6 other books and then come back to this. I would ideally just knock it out the park today, but it entirely depends on how filming goes. Writers and Lovers is not a book that I would typically reach for, but I'm not in the mood to go back to fantasy and I don't have any more romance books with me. I might buy some on my Kindle because that's kind of what my Kindle's for, but I would like to do a little bit of a romance book haul. I've heard very mixed reviews about this book, but it keeps calling to me. Something about it keeps tempting me. So the plan of action now is to put some makeup on so I can film, but also get some breakfast slash coffee slash just something because I need to be caffeinated today if I'm going to get through all this filming. In a helpful as ever way, past me decided not to charge my camera battery, so time to take more time out of my day and charge my camera battery so I can film. But I thought whilst I did that, I'm gonna buy some books. I really shouldn't. I'm gonna buy the books. I'm not normally an Amazon shopper for books, but I just kind of want to compare prices a little bit because the Waterstones prices, yes, I get points on them, do tend to be more expensive than other places. So I just want to have a look at Amazon first, even though I'm normally Waterstones all the way. I am halfway through all the filming that I need to do today, and so I'm just coming in here to let my camera battery like charge up again just a little bit because I didn't let it get to fully charge before, so give that another little charge, upload all of the footage that I have to iMovie, maybe start editing, maybe read a little bit of Writers and Lovers. I'm not entirely sure. I do feel like I need a little bit of a break, like from speaking. I really do want to get reading of this book. Like I would really love to start and finish it today. That's no longer looking possible, but one of the videos that I filmed today is the one that should be going up tonight, so I really have to get this edited by 7 o'clock. So I think I should be smart and prioritize editing over reading, despite the fact that this is a reading vlog and I haven't done any reading yet. It's my own fault. It's the consequences of my own actions. It is 5 o'clock in the afternoon and I am finally finished with filming and editing, and I can actually just sit down, have something to eat for the first time today, and read some of Writers and Lovers. I'm going to do some booktube vlogs in the background. I'm actually just going to sit down and actually chill before I start obsessively reading. I just think it's needed, and I need a very early night to start this reading vlog, this 24-hour challenge off. We'll see what progress we can make of this book. I'm really hoping that it's a fast read. So I am literally 24 pages into this book. I'm not liking it too much so far. No one is not explained to anyone is really. There's just names dropped in for the sake of it, but I could live with that. It's the fact that this book is absolutely drowning in a sea of details that are irrelevant. I don't think that I need to have read 24 pages about her one double shift at work. The book's just drowning in lyrical writing that isn't plot related. It seems like one of those books that is so desperate to be seen as well written and lyrically written that it sacrificed the plot and is kind of just writing on and on and on lyrically about every single small detail that it's going to be 100 pages in before we even get to the point of this plot, and I can't stand books like that. So I'm literally giving
this book until the 100-page mark, and if it's still going on, then I'm DNFing it, because I'm not doing 300 pages of this. It's actually a very depressing read as well, and I did have my therapy today, and that's already made me quite in my own head about things. It has 80 more pages to convince me that I should keep reading, otherwise I'm done. So I'm at like the 90-page mark now. Let's just call it the 100-page mark. I'm feeling better about it. As I said, 100 pages in, nothing yet has happened because it's too caught up in this flowery, stupid language. It's also very important to note that this book is set in the past. It's set in like the 80s, I think, and that's just not included anywhere in the book. I wouldn't say that there's anything that really gives away that it's in the 80s. It's not talked about being a historical book on the blurb, and then all of a sudden, practically 100 pages in, you just have Diana's death, and it's like, oh, so this book is a historical book then. But I don't feel like... I had the same issue with Paul Takes the Form of a Mortal Girl. Don't set a book in the past if there's not really going to be anything about it being in the past to do with the plot. Like, don't just say it's in the past for the sake of saying it's in the past, and then everything about the book feels like it's set in the present. Everything could happen in the present day. I just don't see the point in you calling it historical when the only thing historical about it is that the author has said, oh, it's set in this time, and there's nothing actually in the book. I'm tempted to DNF it and just play The Sims with my evening. That would be a much more fun evening. You know what? Yeah, screw it. Life is way too short. I have to film a 24-hour reading challenge tomorrow where I have to read 6 beefy fantasy books, and I should not be spending the evening before trying to slog my way through 300 pages of this. I'm 100 pages in and we still haven't got to the plot point, so really all there is to this book is like 100 pages max. There's too many characters, it's not explained. Our author keeps getting hung up on the smallest, stupidest details, and apparently it's set at the time of Princess Diana's death, but there's absolutely nothing about this book that tells you that. I've decided that life is too short, and I would like to play The Sims tonight. I'll see you on the other side.
Morning guys, I am back. I did film my 24-hour challenge yesterday, but you'll have to stay tuned until next week to see how that went. I'm here, I'm caffeinated, it's how we're getting through this, and I'm going into London today to hang out with one of my friends who lives in London, and I can actually go and hang out with her for the first time like ever, because we normally have very conflicting schedules and I am normally working every weekend, so I can't go and be a normal 21-year-old in London. It all changes this weekend, so I'm basically just going to go on a little 2-day bender. I'm going to be reading Twisted Love by Ana Huang on the train. I will let you know when I get there what my early thoughts are. There is a Marvin in this room, by the way. He's not really feeling like his normal self today. I don't think he wants to be the center of attention today. I would turn around the camera and show you, but my room is a mess. Yeah, I will be starting Twisted Love on the train today. I'm so excited to just read some more romance, explore this different genre. Could have really gone with any of the books on my TBR. As I said, this is a month of kind of winging it and just buying the books when I feel like buying the books. But this is just the one that's really like stayed with me and the one that I want to read the most today. So I purchased it this morning on my Kindle. I'm ready to read it on the train and when I get to my friends, because I'm assuming I'll get there before she finishes work. I will bring you along with me, hopefully. I don't think I will get scared to vlog in front of this group, but we will see what happens, and I'll just bring you along on my weekend, I think. And it's a Formula 1 weekend. Hopefully Throttled arrives before Sunday, and then I will spend Sunday reading Throttled, and it can be just a full Formula 1 day. It's the Miami Grand Prix this weekend, and this is a new one, and again I have a Sunday off so I can actually watch Formula 1. Yes, I know, it's so exciting. Yeah, I will catch up with you in a bit. chaos, but I'm 40% of the way into this book and it's fun. I'm just gonna binge read it. I've got so much more time to do some reading. I'm just having such a good time. I'm going to binge read this whole series. Like, I'm just obsessed. This was a fantastic pick. I don't have thoughts, just vibes. But yeah, I've got plenty of time to read right now because everyone is working a regular 9 to 5, so I've got to wait for everyone to finish work. Hello guys, it is now Sunday. I'm home from my friends. I had an amazing weekend. It's just nice to have a weekend off and do things that normal people my age get to do. The weather's beautiful, so I'm gonna go outside and finish Twisted Love 50% of the way through. It's a very, very fast read. I'm really getting through it. I've read the actual like initial smart scene now. It was a little anticlimactic. I don't feel like I've had enough time to want our characters to get together. This all feels like very, very fast paced, and whilst that is helping me read it quickly, sometimes fast paced in a romance doesn't always work for me because I like a little bit of like working for it almost. Felt a little bit anticlimactic to have them have the sex at the 40% mark, but other than that I am enjoying it. Obviously they've gotten together very early on, so I'm assuming there's going to be quite a big conflict coming up, so I'm intrigued to see what that is and how it's handled. But I have some book mail here. I already know that this is the Dirty Air trilogy, but I thought we'll open it up together. Where's the little tab? We have Collided, which is book 2. Honestly, it's a pretty good quality book. I'm pretty happy with it. That's book 2. I can't get the books out, they've been wedged. Throttled, which is book 1, which I will be starting immediately after I finish Twisted Love. I'm really intrigued to see the portrayal of like women in Formula 1 and like female Formula 1 fans. I hope that Lauren Asher does not let me down here. And then we have Wrecked, which is book 3, and sadly this book has a little bit of damage to it, but I think I can forgive it. But by far this is my favourite of the covers. This one just doesn't really look like it's part of the series. So I have finished Twisted Love. I'll be honest, I don't really know what to think about it. Main love interest Alex is a pretty irredeemable character. Like, the things that he did are just not something you would ever realistically get over. And I do really appreciate that the author gave our characters 1.5 to 2 years to like be broken up and like get over the conflict thing. Like, they had a very, very big conflict. It's just not a trust thing that you're going to get over quickly, and I do really appreciate that the author gave them that time. Will I be continuing with the series? Honestly, maybe, because I'm very interested in Bridget's storyline, I can't lie. It just got very interesting in the epilogue. I do also kind of feel like the epilogue didn't show me much of our characters' relationships like going forward in the rest of the book. I would have liked to have seen it set a little bit further in the future, I think, but all in all, I had a good time with it. I will probably read more of these books like when I'm in the mood for a romance type of thing. Is it a favourite though? No. There were a lot of things that were a little bit of a miss for me with this book. Hello guys, different location because I'm now in Sheffield, so yeah, it's been a very busy weekend. 219 pages into, where's my bookmark gone? There, out there, this far in, to Throttled by Lauren Asher. I do have some very in-depth thoughts on this. I'm like keeping notes, and I kind of wish that I'd brought a pen with me because I'd really like to annotate this book, and I'm going to do a proper full review of this series. But just as like my more general thoughts, this does read a little bit like fan fiction. You can tell that it's a debut novel. It's definitely not written as well as Dreamland Billionaire series. It has some kinks that need to be worked out, but as a romance, I'm actually enjoying this more than the Dreamland Billionaires. Really, I'm enjoying the plotline. I'm really enjoying the fact that, you know, 200 pages into this book and they're still not together. Like, it doesn't follow that meet each other, skirt around each other for a while, get together, have a conflict, get back together again. Like, it seems to be like it's going to be they skirt around each other for the whole book and then get together at the end, which I actually don't mind. I feel like it works with the way this book is done, and there's definitely some more tension-filled scenes and like sexier scenes like throughout, despite the fact that they're not together yet. So it's working really well. And at first I was kind of nervous of this book because it's very much about Ferrari, and our main character is Spanish. And there's 2 drivers at Ferrari and one of them is Spanish, which means that the person that this book must be loosely based on is Charles Leclerc. And so getting Charles Leclerc out of my head whilst reading this was very difficult because I don't want to read Charles Leclerc fanfiction. But now that I have started to see the characters as like their own characters and see this F1 world as separate to the real F1 world, I'm okay with it. I'm actually really enjoying it. I think the plan really is going to be to just finish this book. I don't want to finish it today because I want to keep going, and I'm trying to pace myself. All I want to do is read it. Like, I just haven't really been able to put it down, so I think I'm probably gonna finish it today. I'm a little bit obsessed. Excuse my appearance. I am horrifically hungover today, okay? I fangirled a bit too close to the sun. Okay, I'm getting too old for this. I really am. But I did in fact finish Throttled, and whilst I have my concerns about it, and there are definitely things about it that I would like to see changed and I'm not happy about, I absolutely loved like the romance element, and so I've given it 4 stars because I loved it just as much as I loved The Love Hypothesis. Like, is genuinely one of my favourite romances. I will be rereading it all the time, and if I can forgive The Love Hypothesis for its issues in terms of women in STEM representation, then I feel like I should be able to forgive this book for its women in sport representation. Yes, I've given it 4 stars. Honestly, just in love with that book. And so yeah, because I'm deeply hungover, I'm not here for a particularly like big chat about this book. I just wanted to come in, tell you guys that I finished it, get this video kind of finished and edited and up for you guys. I just end out the video here basically. So thank you very much for watching. I DNF'd 1 book and then I read 2 in this video, so that is pretty impressive to me. I feel like my pace, now that I've just decided to read romance and decided to just let myself buy whatever romance books I'm in the mood for at the time, like, it's really working for me. I'm just picking up books all the time. I genuinely like want to be reading all the time. I'm just having a good time as a reader right now. Yeah, it's going well. If you guys like seeing reading vlogs and you want to see more, then do please hit that big red subscribe button down below. Next Wednesday will be my 24-hour reading challenge that goes live, so if you don't want to miss that, then do subscribe. I hope you guys are having a fantastic week, you're enjoying everything that you are reading, and there are no reading slumps in your future, and I will see you Friday for my next video. Bye guys.